Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to ATN Bangla. This is Wahibur Rahman with the news. First, the UCB headlines. Prime Minister directs RAB to continue their ongoing drive against drugs alongside curbing militancy and terrorism. BNP mayoral candidate resumes campaign after brief suspension, protesting arrest of party activist in Khulna. Hassan Shorkar announces manifesto in Gazipur. Besides emergency assistance, political solution to the Rohingya crisis is required, says Special Envoy of Canadian Prime Minister in Myanmar. And activists of Combined Freedom Fighters Generation demand retention of 30% Freedom Fighters quota for government jobs, sit-in program at Shahbag. Now on to the details. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina has directed RAB to continue their drive against drug alongside curbing militancy and terrorism. Speaking at the 14th founding anniversary of RAB at Kurmitola headquarters, she stressed on stabilizing law and order for the sake of keeping momentum of development undeterred. Lauding the role of the elite force in breaking up the militant network, stopping leakage of question paper and copying in examination, the Prime Minister said modernization of all the forces, including RAB, is underway. Later, Sheikh Hasina laid the foundation of RAB headquarters complex and memorial for the martyrs Prerunadhara at Ashkona in the capital. BNP mayoral candidate Hassanuddin Shorkar has announced 19-point manifesto ahead of Gazipur City Corporation election. Declared at a news conference this morning, the manifesto pledges to concentrate on developing environment-friendly city, waste management, stopping terrorism, extortion, establishing corrupt-free society, and providing secured residence for people of various professions and classes, including garment workers. BNP Standing Committee member Khandukar Musharraf Hussain, attending the news conference, said Gazipur and Khulna city elections are acid test for the EC in holding the next parliament election. Awami League mayoral candidate Jahangir Alam termed Hassanuddin Shorkar's election manifesto as propaganda and a cheating bid with the people. Meanwhile, BNP mayoral candidate in Khulna, Nazrul Islam Monju, has resumed election campaign after a brief suspension. At a news conference this afternoon, he said they will go ahead with the electoral activities as part of their movement. BNP Standing Committee member Nazrul Islam Khan and Goishar Chandra Roy were among others present in the news conference. Earlier last night, the BNP candidate postponed campaign, protesting arrest of 19 party activists. BNP Secretary General Mirza Fakhrul Islam Alamgir has reiterated that the people will not accept if the government tries to hold national election without solving the issue of election time government. At a discussion at the National Press Club marking World Press Freedom Day, he called for creating that atmosphere for fair election through discussions. Rights group Shujon has alleged that fair election is not possible if level playing field for all the candidates is not ensured in Gazipur and Khulna city elections. At a fact presentation program by candidates of the two city polls held at Dhaka Reporters Unity, Shujon expressed apprehension that the elections might be influenced following participation of MPs in electioneering, defying prohibition. Canada will remain by the side of Bangladesh in providing emergency assistance and political solution to the Rohingya crisis. Stating this at a seminar in Dhaka, Canadian Prime Minister's Special Envoy to Myanmar, Bob Rae, said those accused of crimes against humanity for killing and repression should by no means be given indemnity. Activists of Combined Freedom Fighters descendants have demanded retention of 30% freedom fighters quota for government jobs. Presenting a 6-point charter at a mass sit-in program in front of the National Museum at Shahbag. They said the benefit given to the freedom fighters by the government cannot be snatched by anyone, claiming that Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina has been forced to announce the scrapping of quota system. They also demanded trial of fake freedom fighters by special tribunal. Shoktiman Chakma, chairman of Nayarchor Upazila Council in Rangamati, has been shot dead by terrorists. An assistant of the chairman named Rupon Chakma also sustained bullet injury in the attack. According to police, the assistants opened fire on them when Chairman Shoktiman Chakma was on his way to Nayarchor Upazila Council office. Later, the locals took them to Upazila Health Complex, where the attending doctors declared him dead. About 550 delegates, including ministers and state ministers from 57 countries, are expected to take part at the OIC Foreign Ministers Conference beginning in the capital on the 5th of May. Stating this at a news conference, Foreign Minister A.H. Mahmood Ali said Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina will inaugurate the conference at Bangabandhu International Conference Centre. Besides peace and stability in the Muslim countries and uprooting terrorism and militancy, the Rohingya issue will get priority in the agenda of the conference. Responding to a query, the foreign minister said exchange of letters with the British government is underway to bring Tariq Rahman back to country from London. And that's the end of this bulletin. To view ATN Bangla News, browse www.youtube.com/ATN Tube News. Subscribe and remain with ATN Bangla. Allah Hafiz.